Week 6 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Javonte Williams. He was terrific a week ago with a 119-yard game. It's the Broncos and the Chiefs under the lights on Thursday night.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. But tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. For the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
There's nothing the league's best quarterback didn't achieve last season. Super Bowl trophy? Check. MVP award? Check. League leader in yards and touchdowns? Check. How does he top the season he had last year? I don't know. Patrick Mahomes, he usually finds a way.
Fights loose. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco once again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. Now Mahomes. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. Nope. Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. 2nd and 10.
Hey, 15.
And again, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the interception, here's Stidham. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the 3rd-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now Stidham on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The Broncos at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 16 carries, 119 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Now they'll throw it with Stidham. They'll roll him out right. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? Off the play fake. Here's Stidham. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. Here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Throwing now is Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Stidham to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jarrett Stidham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Travis Kelce and the Chiefs set to take over again. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that. Charles, defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend it and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Rice. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelce. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's going to get about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Here's Mahomes to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Mahomes going to throw. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half went.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, this is blocked. And the Broncos have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got him. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Pacheco going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pacheco. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Here's Pacheco. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Butker's kick here is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
Now, I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there, but sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs.
Stidham looking to escape, but he'll go down. They got him. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. That is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Tony. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, Mahomes. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Field goal unit not out there. They won 6 before halftime. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Butker's kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. A number of great games coming up this weekend, starting with the last of the 3 London games this year. The Colts and Ravens from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window, one being out in Las Vegas, where it will be the Raiders taking on the New England Patriots. And then on Monday night, folks, you are in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the LA Chargers. We got a strong first half out of the running back Isaiah Pacheco. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle. The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the Colts, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 8. Stidham. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And quickly, they get to the line. 3rd and 2 now, Stidham. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now Stidham. Screenplay set up for Williams. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Stidham. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle, it's Williams. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Chris Jones on the stop. This 2nd and 4. Stidham. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now it's Stidham. He had him. Following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully
getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at
After
to
review
see
the
if it
play,
all comes together.
ruling on the field is reversed.
So Sean Payton correcting his decision to challenge as he wins the appeal. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Stidham going to look to throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stidham. This one swung out to Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 27. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
4th down. Here's Stidham. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On the move to his left. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage, taking off and throw it over your head.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Stidham going to stay out there. They'll go for this. They'll try and throw for it with Stidham. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember the last time they were out, they went for it on fourth down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here. We're back now in KC. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. On second down, Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Steps away. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Stidham again here on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw is Stidham. Finding Williams once more. Complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Throwing again here is Stidham. It's Williams on the catch. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stidham. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Stidham. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
That's complete to Troutman, right side. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Trying for it with Perine. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Samaje Perine. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Now inside the 25. Mecole Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The drive starts with a handoff to Perine. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Stidham. And his throw is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Up the middle, here's Perine. Oh, it shifts past him. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. The leading rusher in NCAA history from Youngstown State, here's Jaleel McLaughlin. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They toss to Perine. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Stidham. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Stidham. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jerry Jeudy 37 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
This is 1st and 10. Stidham. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Stidham. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Stidham going for it on 4th. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th, and that will force a turnover on downs. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, as I said, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Stidham with one final shot. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for the Chiefs, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And